We're going to send this penguin back into space today, but we're going to find a really fun way to do it. Currently, we're able to hit about 1,400 feet up before he crashes back into the ground and dies horribly, but that's worth about $17. But that is also enough for a new body, so we're going to put him perhaps in a crate. And since we still have $135 left over, let's buy some kind of boost. Like maybe auxiliary rockets. Then let's see how this is going to go. We're going to use these rockets combined with our box, and we're going to go much higher than before. We broke 2,000 feet there, we're drifting a little bit, but already we're making progress. We just need stupider and stupider upgrades. I want to put a box into space. We broke new records everywhere for $42 whole. So while we're at it, we're going to add a rocket to the box, and then we're going to save up another $90 for another rocket. Does that make sense? Absolutely not, but it doesn't have to. We've got a rocket on the box. Already we're doing a little bit better than I thought we would be. We made it 4,500 feet into the air, which is 4,500 feet further than this penguin in the box should ever go. New records all around, $79, which means we can afford one more rocket. While we're at it, let's level up this coil. I'm not really seeing a cost, probably because I'm stupid, so we're just going to click this until it stops me. Now we got a double coil. This is going to be fun. We're going to go so much higher. I'm going to let the boost, because we're not really doing anything right now anyway. Wait until we're out of the red zone for speed. I read the tips. Because my rocket just goes automatically, my auxiliary rockets are at my control. But we're still making our way upwards slowly. There's 7,000 feet. Then we're going to put him straight down so he dies a horribly quick death. You see that? Good things happen when you put rockets on boxes. We didn't hit his speed record, but we did get $173. Now, if we upgrade our crate, do we get more slots? We get more of a max speed. We can make our box faster. Oh, we made it a wooden box. Nothing says space program like a wooden box. Well, nobody ever said it was a good space program. And if you're here for a good space program, you're here for all the wrong reasons. Gonna use my auxiliary booster maybe now. Also should probably point myself straight. That way we're getting maximum upwardsness. Yeah, this box got me 9,000 feet in the air. A wooden box with a penguin in it. Good enough for new records for altitude and airtime. $206. I kind of want to be stupid and save up for an F1 bell nozzle, but $4,500 is going to take a while, so we'll maybe just save up for multi-rockets. And maybe while we're waiting, we're going to get some pressurized gas, because that's only $30. That's just going to help me make money. That'll pay for itself in no time. And I forgot I could still be upgrading my coil all the way to max. Now we got a super coil. See, it's all about upgrading all the wrong things. Whoops, probably shouldn't be using my booster now, but we should get extra high for some reason now. Gonna start using my auxiliary rocket. Yeah, we're going to leave that kind of on the edge of the red zone. But already there's 8,000 feet. We're going to break 10,000 feet with a penguin, a box, and a rocket. That's ridiculous. New altitude, $237. We saved up enough for the multi-rockets, so we're going to strap those onto our box. So let's see what this is and how far it's going to take us. I feel like this is going to be unreasonably far for a box with a penguin in it. I'm not even sure what I should be doing right now. Because the rockets go in stages. I think I get it now. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I'm not really sure what's happening. I'm just going to keep going upwards. There's 10,000 feet, so that's a new record. There's 11,000, so we're 10% higher. 12,000 feet, all with my like octopus box. Now that was worth $300. So say we upgrade our auxiliary rockets this many times, we now have different looking auxiliary rockets. And $276 left over, so let's buy some of these. And this should get us a little bit higher again. As long as we're in the red zone, I'm not going to use boost. So far so good though, we still got lots of boost left, and I'm 9,000 feet in the air. Just past 13,000, there's 14,000, we're definitely going over 15,000 this time. And my newly upgraded rockets are still taking me higher and higher. Just about 17,000 feet. So that was worth $450. So that means we could definitely upgrade my rockets some more. Not as many times as you would have thought though, so we're going to upgrade this one too. Also, upgrading my multi-stage rocket is going to get expensive. But I've got time if you do. Is that rocket bigger than before? I'm pretty sure we barely used to see it behind the penguin, and now it's much bigger than the penguin. And I haven't had to use any of my own boost yet because the rockets are still carrying me upwards. And I'm okay with that because we're at 11,000 feet, and I'm not sorry for hitting that guy's kite. I don't really remember where the moon is, but I feel like we're probably going to get there in a box. Okay, we're out of the automatic booster, so I've got to use my own while avoiding stupid birds. But there's 20,000 feet already. 24, we're going to make it 25,000 feet. And that's actually worth $823 by itself. So that's enough to upgrade my one rocket, not quite all the way up. So we're going to do the other one a little bit too. And you can see our progress being made. This curve is going to get steeper and steeper as we get better upgrades. I know there is some kind of science to how you're supposed to do this. You balance weight with like velocity. I don't know anything about that. I'm going to put this box on the moon one way or another. We might break 30,000 feet depending on how much further we drift here. Pretty close. Not quite. $988. Or enough to max upgrade that rocket, and that gets big. Not enough to upgrade my other rocket just once, but even this should be enough to get me pretty high up in the sky. The new rocket's gonna look cool too. That's much bigger. That big rocket carried me over 15,000 feet all by itself. So once we get this second one upgraded, we're gonna hit about 30,000 feet without any additional boosters. Even these ones are taking me 26,000 before I need to use the big rockets. This may not get me to the moon yet, but it's a lot of fun to fly, especially when I get to crash into birds. 34,000 feet. Not bad for a box. It's not very aerodynamic, but we are starting to get bonus earnings. There's $1,300. So let's get our second big rocket. And then we're going to upgrade our multi-rockets once. I feel like to get to the end of this, it's going to be many thousands of dollars, but I've got many thousands of hours to waste. So we should be able to hit about 30,000 feet without doing anything. This rocket's about out of fuel at 28,000 feet. So now I can use these ones, and these ones have been upgraded too. We just broke 35,000 feet. Gonna activate the next one, just about out of fuel with that. A little over 36,000 feet. Those are worth $1,412 with a few new records. Maybe we should buy something better than a coil to launch us though. A tilt cannon sounds fun, but so do explosives. Plus they come in a box. We're gonna have box on box action. So these guys are gonna cut this. That's gonna launch us pretty nicely. Yeah, they gave us some good altitude, so that's going to be a big benefit, and I still get to upgrade the explosives. I've hit now 3 things along the way, but our original rockets are still make that 4 things. These have carried us over 30,000 feet, so that little upgrade is well worth it, and we're still going to upgrade those explosives, so we're going to make it pretty high. And 40,000 feet, also known as $1,600. So let's upgrade our explosives. $800? Well, that's okay. I mean, yeah, we're already over 29,000 feet, so that was well worth the upgrade. And I'm assuming it's a good thing we're experiencing little drag so far, because in theory, the more drag we have, the slower and less efficiently we're moving. But then again, I really don't understand what it is I'm talking about, so starting to see some different kind of planes in the sky as we're approaching 60,000 feet. So the explosives certainly were worth the money, but explosives always are. $2,110, which is pretty cool, but we can do better. Nothing a little more explosives won't fix. Well, we get 1 upgrade there, and then we're going to maybe upgrade the multi-rockets. And that looks like this. So there's, whoops, didn't mean to do that, but 34,000 feet. 35,000. This time I'm going to try just holding down everything right from the get-go to see if that extra speed does manage to carry us higher or not. And I don't care how many hot air balloons we take out along the way. We're at 54,000 feet and we're back to our original rocket that goes by itself. Well, we did break over 60,000 feet, but that's not a very efficient way of doing it. It's going to cost $2,000 by itself, so it's probably going to be $10,000 to finish the explosive upgrades. But each one seems to make a pretty big difference, because this one jetted us all the way up to 42,000 feet before I need to do anything. Ooh, can I take out this bird too? That didn't help me in any way, it was just fun to hit. And we broke 70,000 feet and we're still going. Once we upgrade that explosive a few more times, we'll really get some height. So for this one, we made almost $3,000 for a bunch of new bests. 80,000 feet this time, so we're making pretty good progress every upgrade. That earned us $3,000, so we can buy 1 upgrade, and we're 500 short of the final explosive upgrade. But this one should launch us over... Whoa, we went upside down. Even going upside down, we're going 54,000 feet before losing steam. We're even flying higher than the helicopters at 83,500 feet. And we got some kind of achievement probably for hitting something, but let's go. Max upgrade for the explosives. So this should launch us with some pretty good force. We're going to hit a lot of crap along the way, but nothing we can do about that. 62,000 feet. It's going to be a little bit harder when these things are getting on the way, so I'm just going to kind of boost that out of the way, and he'll probably be alright. And we also hit a banana plane, which kind of sucks, but at least we're going to break 90,000 feet for the time being. We're at $3,400. But I'm realizing these multi-rockets aren't for me. It gives you several small boosts. I want big boosts. So we're going to trade that out for an F1 bell nozzle, which seems to have a lot more power. No idea if this is a good choice or not, but we're even going to upgrade it for $3,000. And that's going to look like this. Where there's 60,000 feet. I definitely look a lot more streamlined now. Oh, that's this one again. I remember this one. So we're maybe not going to waste that until my rockets run out, but I used up 1/5 of my fuel there. I like how they're just nowhere to be seen as I coast my way along. And then when I want to use them, they pop out of nowhere. Then I start going upwards again super fast. Once I have these upgraded, I feel like we'll be able to make some pretty good progress upwards. For now, I've got to settle for like 90,000 feet. Although we probably could swap out these rockets now. Easy, efficient, and economical. I don't really want economical. I want ridiculous. So the rockets have a power of 1.65. A sonic burst has a power of 54. So I really don't know why I wouldn't use some of these. And they sound faster anyway. Whatever gets me up there the fastest. And we can upgrade it that many times. All in one big blast. And that sounds a lot more like my style. And then we can have several explosives to get us to the moon. We even have the cutscene this time. Anytime you're ready, there we go. We're going to go way up here up until 62,000 again. Then Old Faithful here is going to take us up another 15,000 feet approximately, albeit a little bit slowly. And then our pulse jet should kick in to take us, well, mostly upwards. And then we can use this jet to continue on from there. I just need more of those pulse jets. See, it's simply just going to take a lot of big explosives to get us to the moon, or wherever it is we're headed. Upwards at the very least. I assume the moon because that's the only thing up. Almost 93,000 feet. And with the $4,000 we earned there, we can buy at least one more upgrade there. And I'm even going to sell my old rocket to hopefully buy another sonic burst. Because these are just going to be faster. Even if I don't go as high for now, I'm going to end my run quicker, get the money quicker. At least that's my theory, and my theories are always great. So as soon as this idiot wants to launch, we're going to launch. We should hit our 62,000 feet. Well, there goes my... Oh, this is working way better. We're already 103,000 feet in the air. I should have done this the entire time. Now I just need big jets to get me the rest of the way. I like when my stupid ideas work out. Not because I put any thought into them, I was just trying things. That's another $3,600 for most altitude, and altitude's the big money maker. The power on these gets big fast. This one's up to 229. The other one's at 112, so it's twice as powerful, 3 levels up. So we need to keep raising the levels on these as much as we can. So this should take us considerably higher than before, depending on what we hit along the way, obviously. There's my next one. So we're going about 109,000 feet now. We're about 118,000 total, or $4,000 again. I saved up $20,000, so hopefully that means I can buy 3 more sonic bursts. And I can. So max level, and it turned into an orange backpack. Its power is now 450, which is 3 times as strong as the other sonic burst, which is already unreasonably strong. So after this cute little animation, we're going to see how high this takes us. Oh, except we're pointed and completely upside down, but this is the strong one anyway. Then I hit a few birds along the way. Okay, hitting everything ever, we still made it 85,000 feet. We can do better though. I'm going to try and have a cleaner launch, because obviously the fewer things you hit along the way, the better you're going to do. Unless you launch sideways like that. See, it would be easier if I was slower because I'd be able to go around things, but that was a little better. We hit 1 or 2 things, but I still made 115,000 feet before needing my other rockets. That got me 124,000 feet. Good enough for $4,300. So I'm mostly just going to keep buying sonic bursts until that puts me on the moon. Even there, I hit a few things along the way. My pulses took me up to 130,000 feet by themselves. And that means we're getting closer to space because things are getting darker and there's a fighter jet. I very painfully saved up another $20,000, so that should hopefully mean another max level sonic burst. So provided I get a pretty straight launch out of this with all my bursts, we should make it unreasonably high just between these. Ooh, straighten out. Well, that's not the greatest in the world, but there's 120,000. This wasn't too bad of a launch, no, until we hit that. Well, we seem to be able to hit 120,000 before needing jets. I know we could do better, but it's really hard to do it without hitting things. This was a better... Why are we going downward so fast? We were over 100,000 before the second pulse even went off, but we went upside down at that point. This one was better, probably because I wasn't paying attention. We got 140,000 feet. So combined with these jets, we'll see exactly how far we get, but we're probably going to need to do a little bit better still, though we might get 150,000, which isn't bad. 147,000, but that was worth at least $5,300. And we have saved up 27,000, so let's upgrade our F1 bell nozzle thing, because I think that's going to increase the power quite a bit and make it look like that now. I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make, but we're going to find out. I'm going to wait till we get a good launch to try it. This one started good and it's falling apart. Second one, well, we'll go with this one. 130, fine. We seem to be maintaining our upwards thrust pretty good, and I think we have more fuel now. I wish this box had more slots for this sonic bursts. There's 140,000, so that's fine. This was another pretty good one, 138,000 feet before needing the rockets. Then we hit that thing, and that thing did not want to get out of our way. But I've got $18,000, so can we get the rest of these? We sure can. So now we've got this super F1 bell nozzle. Not entirely sure how well this suits my rocket anyway, but we're gonna find out. We're going upside down again. No, go the other way. As far as launches go, that actually somehow wasn't bad. So let's just engage our super thruster and just kind of see where this one takes us. It definitely has us moving at pretty good speed, like our speedometer is pinned all the way to the bottom now. And we're breaking over 130,000, 132,000. I might need a second one of these rockets. Or maybe some mini helpers, because they have more power than the auxiliary rockets, but they also weigh 0. So we're going to swap over to them. And I don't really remember what they do. I hope they like spaceflight though. They seem to be holding on right now. Hopefully they help whatever's here go higher. There's the second pulse. This will be a pretty good launch because we're 144,000 until we hit that. Not entirely sure what they did, but they're already gone. So we'll see how the next few runs go before committing to them. There's 156,000. So that's a new record, but still not good enough. That's worth 6 grand though, so that's nice. Oh, the mini helpers give you more power at takeoff. So I actually really like those. We're gonna, yeah, should be one more and then we can get super powered those. Because I'm really all about that early takeoff power. It would be good if we could stop hitting things along the way, but that's completely out of our control. Even that, with all of its screwiness, got us 123,000. I've got a good feeling about this launch. Let's hopefully not hit a single thing, never mind. And we hit that at a really bad time, but we straightened out again. 100,000 for the next one. Nope, we hit that thing too hard. Well, at least we'll take a plane down with us. This one was better. I was also using my thrusters at the beginning at the same time we launched. That was probably a bad idea, but we made 152,000. Then we're relying on these big rockets to carry us a little further, and they're not really doing great anymore. By the way, planes don't fly at 160,000 feet. But let's finish off the mini helpers. They now have fancy rocket hats. So let's see what happens with these guys. Now it's going to be a bit of experimenting to see exactly where these guys can take us to. I'm going to do the same thing again and hold up on the way up because that seems to be giving me good luck as much as anything. We didn't hit anything until now. I don't know which direction I'm facing anymore. Well, that kind of boned my run. But they're still holding on and giving me a little more power, I think. I also just realized we have a lot stronger launchers than explosives. We have a nuclear launcher for 2600. Mine currently is probably stronger than that at 8800, but once we upgrade the nuke thing, that's got to be way higher. I'm also really curious to try something. I'm actually going to sell the bell nozzle. It does give us power, but I'm going to put fins on because fins are going to give us more top speed, but also wind and control multipliers. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I feel like this might be better. Just because the more force we can carry at takeoff and the more speed and everything, the better we're going to be overall. Not if we launch upside down though. So far so good. I haven't hit anything until then. Our second launch wasn't great, but we did still make it 140,000 feet before here. And they're giving me a little extra power, but maybe not a ton. Well, since I've got $42,000 to play with, let's get our nuclear launcher. So we were at 8,800 for launch velocity before, so we're going to keep clicking that, and we're almost double that already. The next upgrade is going to be $10,000. But I have a feeling we're going to go a long ways up right now. I'm hitting a lot of things. There's our first pulse thing. We're at 150,000 feet. We're like warping at this point. There's our second pulse. And we're at 190,000 feet. We're 10,000 feet from our goal. So we could actually definitely do this. The penguins can almost carry me there. 196,000 feet thanks to nuclear power. That was worth $8,000 by itself, mostly because we got bonus earnings and new altitude. So let's upgrade this to its super reactor, and then this pretty much hit light speed as we warp through things. Yeah, that's some launch velocity. We're gonna try and point ourselves straight again. There's our second pulse jet, and we just absolutely blew ourselves out of orbit in a wooden box. I didn't actually think that was going to be possible, but we probably would have hit 300,000 feet there, at least 250,000, but it kicks us out at 200. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a really, really stupid idea work. You just keep trying until it does, and you crash into the moon and obliterate yourself.